Giveaway, you say? Oh, yeah. Figure Fight Club is the official giveaway channel of Action Figure YouTube.
Thank you, members, for the love you bring, for every shared story and the joy you sing. To our sponsors, your support's the key. Together we build this legacy. Collectors unite in this fight we thrive. Figure Fight Club, our passions alive. Yeah. Unboxings and battles, the thrill of every find. Trading tales and treasures.
Flash in the night. Join the Figure Fight Club, where legends ignite. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes drawn. Transforming world, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, we'll make our stand. From Megatron to Starscream, they're ready to fight. With every twist and turn, they light up the night. Collectors gather round, it's a sight to behold. With stories of valor and legends retold. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes jam. Transforming world, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, they'll make our stand. So grab your figures, let's make some noise in the arena of action. We're all just toys. With every epic showdown, we'll cheer and we'll shout. In the Decepticast, there's no room for doubt. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes drawn. Transforming world, let's take a stand.
Making sure everybody's awake Monday evening. Decepticast, episode number 36. I don't know about you guys, but I'm exhausted from last week. All the Toy Fair news, it was kind of a little refreshing to not be as blown away or blown up with the amount of news this week. And but you know, before we get into it, let's bring in Anna. Anna, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I also need a breather after last week. Last week was intense, right? Our show was 6 hours long.
I felt like it, that's for sure. I mean, it was just like thing after thing after reveal after reveal.
I know, it was so long we had to bring in a third person. It was crazy.
Yep. And a lot of it this week's surprisingly, it's a lot of comic book and manga heavy this week.
Which is good because we got I feel like we basically learned what toys are coming out for the rest of the year from half our sources, right? Yeah. Because we pretty much get an idea of Hasbro's whole year. Takara is not going to have a whole lot more Transformers in this year, though they might. You never know. Yep. But yeah, we just saw so much.
The other thing, we get so much from the Chinese message boards anymore, where TFCon third-party panel is not much a surprise.
No, it's not. By the time that happens next month, it'll be yeah, we've seen all this, whatever.
Usually the only ones that might surprise us is the bigger companies like MMC or Fans Toys or X-Transbots.
You don't expect that our big news week would be the week of Chinese New Year, right?
That's right.
All of our third parties mostly being housed in China, we would expect that news would have been light, but no, Takara and Hasbro decided we're going to take it. We're going to take it.
Yeah, there was even a little bit.
Make it our own.
And there was even a little bit of a trickle with this week, and this is week 2 of Chinese New Year, so.
Yeah, it's light.
Right, yeah. But before we get started, I want to welcome some people in the chat. Zaldron hopped in. Toyamic Trey made it here on time. Lou, a fellow host from Figure Fight Club, Shogun Omega, and Jedi Ben. Thank you guys for hopping in early and often, because I see you guys in often here. But typically we start off showing pickups. I don't have any Transformers pickups this week. Anna, do you have anything?
I did not bring any pickups, but I decided to bring stuff to show off that would be thematic. Okay. 2 of the items I'm going to show when we show off a certain thing that got revealed this week, because they happen to also be that thing only in a different version. But I just thought I would show off something dumb first that, like, I've had a reputation for years of being like really into knockoff Transformers on my other podcasts on TFLP. So I think I kind of want to like claim that title here too. So I'm gonna bring my pink and green G1 Weirdwolf out here for everyone to see. This is a very strange little pink and green KO. I actually have a regular color KO that's in the same size because this is big. It's a little bit of an oversized here guy, but he's even got his sword tail.
It's almost like that would be my G2 variant in my headcanon.
Yeah, I'd take it. I would take an actual toy in this color scheme. This thing is gorgeous and goofy. And I just wanted to point out that it's stats gimmick for the headmaster. Does not work. It does have a headmaster, so it does come with its little headmaster friend that has a very accurate and very normal looking face for Weirdwolf. This is what Weirdwolf always looks like, right?
Well, that was perfect timing. Trey said he just opened up the Weirdwolf reissue.
Nice. You enjoy that thing. This one is way better because it's stupid. I love it. I love it.
And Zaldron says Easter basket Weirdwolf.
I'm moving my display around right now. Like the place I was putting it did not work out, and we're moving it to a different place. When we do, I'm gonna actually get myself a KO space to put up my KOs again. I will be sure to take pictures and show everyone the glory of my KO collection because it is ridiculous. I even have another one of the same that I'm gonna show off tonight as a KO that I would love to show, but it's packed. So yeah, Weirdwolf. That's all I'm gonna show right now. I'm gonna keep everyone in suspense till later.
I concur, HGC. The starburst of Weirdwolves.
It is a little starbursty. Don't say that too much. I'll eat it. And I'll die because it's KO plastic.
I feel kind of bad because I didn't prepare anything, but I've been getting a lot of non-G.I. Joe stuff. Some Energon universe related, kind of adjacent, maybe.
Oh, have you? I didn't even know you liked that stuff. We talked about it last night. I didn't even really you liked it.
Yeah, like G.I. Joe.
No, the other thing that's adjacent.
Oh,
you're alluding to.
Oh, that might be in. Okay, no, I haven't got any of that stuff.
Okay, I didn't think so. We're being too mysterious. We should get started.
All right, so let's see. Let's pull up the slideshow. So tonight's episode is Fore, as in Fore Energon Universe long game. So, like I said,
wow.
You like that pun?
Wow.
Bad pun?
I know what's coming, so yeah, I get the reference.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. And like we always do, we start off with official toy news and our sponsor.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah. Yo, not right, man.
We now return to the Transformers.
So head on over to Collecticon Toys and use that code FFC10 to get 10% off your entire order. I bet he has some of these Defender Wave 6 blockies coming in because that's the new hotness to help build your Bruticus.
I bet you that I just got one from him this week. So I could have brought it. I thought about bringing it downstairs, but I think you and I need to like collaborate for when we build our Bruticus.
Right, we can do that.
Because I have all my stuff now. You won't for a while, right?
I have one of them has hit U.S. port. The other one shipped from China a couple days ago. So that one, I probably will get them by the end of the week, early next week.
Nice. Awesome.
But yeah, like I said, head over to Collecticon Toys, use FFC10 to get 10% off your entire order. Now we are starting off. We're just, what we're alluding to, we're going to just hit it from the beginning. Entertainment news, Skybound.
That series neither of us collect. It's Mask.
Yep. So this is what, we haven't seen a comic book Mask since IDW.
IDW's Revolution, which self-destructed the entire universe. Was wonderful.
So let's see. Does it give the date when it's starting? Oh no.
June, right?
What is it? June?
I thought it was June.
It might
Maybe
be.
I'm wrong.
But so the writer's Dan Waters and artist Pry Parr. Gosh, I hope I didn't butcher their name. But here is some examples of the covers. Like the one on the left is cover B, and then they're doing like a blind bag poly bag cover. And then
Cheesy.
the cover A is a wraparound. And then here is some more covers. So as you know, we're kind of behind, but I have heard rumblings that Matt Tracker, I think, has already made it. Spoilers, has already made an appearance in the Energon universe. So
I think Mask will make a better fit in the EU than it did in the IDW universe, because the IDW universe was almost beloved for how far it departed from human plots. Because like before Revolution, we had gotten so many plots that were just on Cybertron, just focused on going through space. It was just Transformers, and they were like humans. We're like, gross. But this world has given humans a lot more agency with having G.I. Joe as a force that can actually tingle with Transformers.
Yeah.
From the beginning. So I think Mask will make more sense in this world.
It just feels like Mask could, like, it just seems like it should always fit in naturally. Non-sentient transforming vehicles.
Yeah. It feels like it should be something that happens, but if it interacts with Transformers, the Transformers should just kind of bat them away, right? Doesn't it just feel like they should be like, yeah, cute? You know, you make cars that can shoot missiles. Wow, great. Good job, guys.
Oh, sad to hear Jedi Ben. Oh, he got screwed out of his 1 of 100 G.I. Joe cover, Mask cover. Oh, Zaldron's throwing some shade, not shade, but I don't want any Micronauts, not yet. Super 7 did get the IP and they're making figures, so you never know.
Micronauts is doing Reaction Plus.
Yep.
Or Super 7's doing Reaction Plus Micronauts, I mean to say. Not Micronauts is doing Reaction Plus Super 7.
Right.
That'll be backwards.
But visionaries, so.
What's kind of a bummer though, right? Because, you know, we got our Void Rivals 3 3/4 figures, right? We've got our Void Rivals 3 3/4 figures. We've got our G.I. Joe crossover Transformers. So we can make a little like kind of Energon universe display, except the Mask figures coming out from Loyal Subjects are original Mask size. And those are officially licensed. So I don't know if if Hasbro would actually produce any 3 3/4 Mask figures, because the original Mask figures were, I don't even know what scale they are, but they're teeny dudes.
Right. And I feel like we're due from Hasbro to do some deep into Energon stuff. I just have this feeling.
I mean, at that toy event from a couple weeks ago, they did kind of say that they were going to do Shredhead, who hasn't showed up, of course, in the comics we've read, but that's a character from the EU specifically, right? They did say they would do Shredhead, but they said we'd be waiting for a while because they wanted to do it right and give it an all new mold.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yes, they're going to be easy as in the EU, but I feel like it's going to be so slow.
And I don't see, like, in the 1/12 scale any vehicles being made, but it's not uncommon for like the G.I. Joe line to implement Mask characters, because they did it with Matt Tracker in the 3 3/4 line, 4-inch line.
What if they did like they did with Tron?
Like that HasLab thing?
They did a resurrected HasLab with Mask. I bet that would actually fund.
Possibly.
I would want G.I. Joe compatible Mask figures, honestly. If they did 3 3/4 and they did a HasLab, so it was kind of expensive, I'd be into that.
Yeah.
I don't really care since they're this odd size.
I think if it tied in the Energon universe and with as well as the Joe HasLabs have done, I think it probably would fund.
I think so too. I think it would fund.
So here is some more alternate covers. And then we got a pair of the villains getting their own cover, and I really like these. And then we get a little bit of snippets from inside some of the panels.
Nice.
So we get to see Matt Tracker, and I forget the bald guy's name. That he's kind of like behind the scenes. Isn't he one of the Rhino characters that come with the Rhino? I think. Has
it been confirmed? We haven't talked about this at all going through the Energon run. Has it been confirmed that this is all taking place in modern day?
That I don't know.
Because I kind of feel like the Transformers comics feel like they're taking place in the 80s. But that does look like a modern cell phone on the bald guy's desk.
Right. But he's in a car that could fly. Why couldn't they have a cell phone in the 80s?
Sure. They just have the iPhone from the future.
Alex Sector is the bald guy. Thank you, HGC and Lou. But yeah, I'm looking forward, like we've talked even in book club, like as we've been reading Energon, I'm looking forward more and more each week to get caught up on some of this stuff. And I mean, I don't mind so much like if something like this gets spoiled personally, because I still don't know what's happening story wise. I just know that they're popping up,
I'll be honest, I really want to get ahead. Like for this week I read significantly ahead in Transformers.
Yeah. But speaking of more Energon universe and Transformers, we got a little bit of tease at our free comic book day Energon universe 2026 special.
Might have to try to get a hold of that
I'm getting
one.
corrected what figure came with which. Alex came in the Boulder Hill playset.
Sure.
I had that as a kid.
I had one mass toy. So
my grandmother was a frequent garage sales, so I got a lot of hand-me-downs from garage sales, and that Boulder Hill was one of them.
I found mine buried in the backyard. Very strange.
So I hope none of these covers are spoilers, but I have a feeling they might be just a little bit, where it looks like Zartan might be infiltrating the ranks of G.I. Joe as General Hawk.
Oh, see, I didn't understand the picture. I would never figured it out. I was like, why are they talking through a magical glass?
Yeah.
It's a mirror.
And I'm not sure who that is in the right cover. It's not. So I don't know. Probably shouldn't have, as we're reading, maybe I shouldn't have threw these in here, but I figured it was news. And like I said, I'm not too worried about some of these covers because I've seen some other covers with somebody that makes an appearance this week. I've seen a cover she's on.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, this is the free comic book day stuff. This will come out in May? It's usually free comic book days in May, beginning of May.
Nice. I should make an effort.
Yep. And then while we're in the aspect of comics, this dropped on us this week.
I was so disappointed in myself when I realized that I didn't bring this up in book club yesterday because this is a precious disaster. Okay, so if anyone's unfamiliar, when the Dark Amber Lio Convoy or Dark Amber Leo Prime or whatever they called it, when the Dark Amber Lio Convoy masterpiece figure came out, Takara published a webcomic called The End of the G1 Universe. And that was about a Unicron ghost that was resurrected into the corpse of Lio Convoy by I just want to say a Wiccan teenager bird robot who wanted to channel spirits into lion bodies. It was wonderful and ridiculous. He ate dirt to give him power. It was just an excellent comic if you like weird things. And it is G1 Japan canon. and it's amazing. Now, like a year later, we get a sequel comic that's actually a prequel that tells the story of what happened before that end of the G1 universe. Definitely less coherent.
Yeah.
The current fan translation that's on it is terrible, like really bad. Like I think it's machine translated at best. I don't know if there's a better translation you can find somewhere, but the one that was on T-Formers was really bad. It was readable, but it was ridiculous. The story makes no sense anyway. It's just absolutely silly. But yeah, good times. This takes place in that same kind of bizarre world as the Legends Universe comics from the Legends toys from Takara.
Was the T-Formers link what you linked in the Discord chat?
Yes.
If anybody wants to read this, I can get that link and send it to you guys. I could probably put it in the stream, to be honest.
Yeah, go for it. I recommend checking it out just for the art and some of the characters who get put in modern toy bodies. It's really amusing. So
like you read this little mini comic, or it's a full-fledged comic, right?
I read this twice in one day because I read it when I was half awake in bed, and then a few hours later when I was done with work, I tried to read it again. Realized just how bad the translation was then because I was fully awake and I was like, oh good God, this is written so badly. But yeah, it's the end of the G1 Universe issue 1 that came out with Dark Amber Lio. That is actually really good. You know, it's starring our guest from last week. It's starring Blue Bolt, and she definitely does some sort of witch ritual to resurrect Unicron into a corpse. It's really ridiculous. That is really fun and silly. The new one here that you're linking to is still fine. You know, it was mostly there to promote the Green Lion Lio figure. But it also repurposes the 13 Prime figures and also some other recent figures and turns them into new characters. It's pretty haywire.
So that was my next question. Did you see anybody that they might be introducing in this new Legends line? Because this is kind of an accompaniment of that new Legends Green Lio convoy, right?
Yeah, there was not the green one, but the regular colored one. For some reason, they named it Leo Prime, right? They make that into part of the plot of this, that Lio Convoy becomes Leo Prime. But then they put him into, what's his name? The lion pirate. The pirate lion.
Oh, from the
recent
Battle
toy.
Beast? That one?
No, the recent toy.
Oh.
Lion pirate guy.
Oh, gosh, I can't remember his name. Thundertron. There you go. Zeldron.
There you go, Thundertron. They put him into Thundertron's body, but make him in the colors of the Leo Prime figure from like 10 years ago that was made, and it's just ridiculous. So you actually get multiple uses of that body for some reason. Multiple uses of the Thundertron body as different people.
Yeah. Okay.
Including, I think he's Go Prime as well, which, who the heck is Go Prime? I don't know. But yeah, it's really wild and ridiculous. It's a good time.
And
if nothing else, go enjoy the art.
And typically we didn't get a continuation till another figure was released, right? Isn't that how they kind of did it previously?
Yeah, so back in the day, they would package the comics with the figures that were in the LG line from Takara, right? There's so many of them. It was really fun when we got those, but they haven't been doing that for a while, and these two have been our only new ones that we've gotten. Now they did put the new Legends name at the top, so that could mean that they start doing these again as the new Legends line picks off, which would be wonderful. We would love that. Yeah. I would love that because I do love the Legends comics.
Like you mentioned, the artwork, just the artwork alone is really, really good. It's really fun to look at.
It is. It's a very fun. It's just fun. It's enjoyable. But if you like this at all, now you're reading it in the right order. So read this and then go find the first one, because that one is so much better as far as actual storytelling and just being ridiculous. It's so silly.
I was going to say, like, maybe after the show or anything like that, do you know where a good source is for their first one? Maybe we could share it on our...
I can find it, yeah. I just gotta dig it back up. I haven't read it in a while, but it's so good.
All right. So next up, some leakage from our friend JT Prime 17, who is typically a spot on with some of these leaks. Even though he's been getting frustrated lately and ready to take a break, he did tell us that there's going to be a Prime Leader Mega Xeric that's being used on the Armada Megatron. And then there's going to be a Gen Selects multi-pack with Ironhide, Blue Streak, and Mirage. And I think Zaldron had a pretty good theory of what that's going to be. These are going to probably be a 3-pack of Toon accurate, like Toon Deco, more like blue windshields, kind of like what they did with that 5-pack and the re-release of that Hound. And it's probably going to be the Studio Series 86 Ironhide mold, the Earthrise Blue Streak mold, and the Earthrise Mirage mold. And there was a little subtle difference of that Earthrise mold compared to the Siege mold that was in the 2-pack with the Beast Wars Grimlock. So more repaints, folks. And then next up, there is details on the Energon capsule, which is our Walmart exclusive capsule.
And this one is a huge disappointment because it's using the name Energon, but it's neither Transformers Energon nor is it Energon Universe. It's just something they're doing.
Yeah, and these are all repaints as well, or retools.
Now, you were the one that was saying that the Siege Optimus is actually going to be the Galaxy Prime, right?
I think it was Zaldron that said that last night. That was what they showed off during their private members-only meeting.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's interesting. A blue Galaxy Prime.
Yeah. And, I mean, it makes sense with Slammer, and Slammer hasn't been used but that one time, and Six Gun was used twice, right? For Chromar and Six Gun.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was just funny that I just put this in here, but like I said, JT Prime was having a bad week and kind of dumped on us, and then he came to his senses and showed off the actual reveals. Zakanen rumbles into the chat, into the stream because, branding. Used his member for 11 months. Thanks for hopping in, Zakanen. I guess we should do a media asset for him, huh? Which one should I pick?
Hey guys, make sure to check out Figure Fight Club.
All right, let's see. Next up, Anna, do you play any sports balls?
Yes, I'm very, very much into the sports balls.
You a fan of golf?
Huge. I play golf every 200 years.
So this was dropped this week from I don't know if they go by just the vowels that's in their name, RSVLTS, or some horrible way to try to pronounce it. But so we got golf polos. We got the I kind of like the G1 style packaging Autobot and Decepticon logo shirts.
Those aren't bad shirts, honestly. I know they're golf shirts, but they're not bad shirts. But the Dinobots one is like the most ridiculous dad shirt ever.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I think that is a terrible dad shirt, and I love it.
Yep. And then here is the it's kind of like the G1 comic inspired polo.
It's why I had to wear my Transformers clothes tonight, right? I had to wear my Bumblebee hoodie because I was like, oh, we're going to talk about Transformers clothes.
Right.
The only thing I have.
And then we have some golf head covers, driver covers, I guess, and wood covers.
So ridiculous.
Yeah. I like how they have like the Matrix behind Primes and then the Energon Mace behind Megatrons on the backside of it.
Now, when they've done branded clothing before, it's been really expensive when they've done this kind of stuff. So I'm guessing this stuff's going to be pricey.
I was on their website mining these photos, but I don't remember the prices. But
Okay.
if you get, it's spelled RSVLTS. So if you just Google that, it's on the bottom of the slide. It'll take you right there. Ever since I've went to their site, now I get ads on my social media from them for other products. So
there's
beware.
way more of them. You only
Yeah,
showed a small sample.
I think this isn't their first collab. They've done a collab before this. These are the new ones.
Oh, okay. Because right now, currently, I got to show everyone this. Oh, come on, give me a good picture, good size
The
here.
try on is saying $70 per polo.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Right now, you get this Devastator.
Yeah, I think that's one of their older ones, but yeah.
What's in stock? You get it today for $70 a shirt, but 4XL sold out. But otherwise, all sizes are there. So get yourself some Deva shirt. Oh, how silly.
Club covers or mittens for thumbless hands. Yeah, you got a point there, Stu. And they also doing a Bumblebee cover and then a Starscream putter cover.
Glad you actually know what those are, because I'm just like different shapes that go on the golf ladies. Golf sticks.
And then these little tokens are ball markers. I played golf, and I played it for a while, so I know what some of this stuff is. And then we got some grips for your putter as well. And then, like I said, if you look on the back side of these ball markers, that's their site's name. So if anybody wants to check them out. But yeah, interesting stuff. I don't know if I will partake in any of this stuff. Like I said, that Decepticon polo looks cool, and then like Trey said, it's sold out. I think it was sold out day one.
I'm not surprised. It's a like decent looking shirt.
Yeah, it's
the rest
very
are kind of silly.
Yep. Well, I guess we got some toy news. Probably one of the biggest things we saw this week, kind of dropped out of nowhere. There was like this little image tease, like a digital representation, maybe some arts of this character a few weeks back. Now we're seeing actual images of the figure itself. What do you think, Anna? I saw you perk right up.
Silly, right? Like, I mean, look at those alt modes. They are so goofy. You got Slug standing up on his back. You got a Grimlock that never goes into dinosaur mode. You just put a different face on top.
Yep.
You've got a swoop that pulls its face down. Like, these are just, they're so silly. Now, like, the monster modes, the inner monster modes for Monstructor have never been particularly anything, right? They're kind of ridiculous nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, Zeldron has a point. There aren't Monstructor toys, right? There really aren't. So this is a Monstructor toy. They are very similar to their G1 looks. They are a little bit goofy, but they definitely pull it off. Now, I said that I wanted to show off toys later. This is that time. I brought as much Monstructor as I could. Because as you might know, this is a retool of a retool, right? Because this started out as the core class Dinobots that were released to build Volcanicus. And then it was remolded into Dino King. And here is the Dino King set with the DNA kit on it. I will say that, this set is so much fun to play with, right? Like, I did not get the individual bots. I bought it only as the set, and it's a blast. Like, it's so much fun just to play with the 6 little individual guys. They're not good, but they're enjoyable. And then when you put them into the Dino King mold, it's really good. The DNA kit added these lower arms, added the lower arms, added the articulated fingers. It added this weird weapon instead of the perfectly good poleaxe he came with. The included weapon is way better than the one that DNA came up with. This is way too heavy.
Which is crazy because usually DNA thinks this stuff out well.
This is a bad DNA kit. I will just say that straight up. Like, it is still fine. Like, the feet are really good. The lower arms are okay as long as you don't put this weapon in them. It's way too heavy for the ball joints because they made their own ball joint on this one. And they used one of the leg joints on this one. And both those ball joints will be worn out by this particularly heavy weapon. Even the poleaxe is a little heavy for those ball joints. Otherwise, the feet are good. It comes with replacement parts for this, so the dinosaur arms move. The plastic quality is so terrible, and the coloration is so off on those parts that I took them off. I could not stand having them on my figure because I thought they looked worse. It also comes with extra weapons. It also comes with fillers for a couple of them. Not DNA's best work. Not as expensive as a lot of the other sets either.
What if DNA did like a full turnaround and made us shells? Because these are pretenders. If you guys didn't know, Monstructor's pretenders, like a pretender combiner.
If they made shells, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to show this off just because I wanted people to know what they were getting into. Highly recommend Dino King. So I think this Monstructor is also going to be super fun. And I think I will probably get it even though I have what I'm about to show you. And there was one other Monstructor figure that's been produced that is not an official figure. Third party has not really gotten its paw as a Monstructor other than once by now defunct company Fans Project. So we have Fans Project Monstructor. Now, if you want an impressive looking Monstructor, super cool on your shelf, this is the only show in town. Right, this is it. This is all we've ever gotten. This is the Fans Project one. It is 5 highly articulated figures with beast modes that are not as silly as those ones in the picture there. They're much more, they're still goofy as heck because they're monsters. But they're much more, they're very articulated and they look kind of neat for as silly as they are. This is a very nice, very well-made set. Has a really fun combination. I finally combined it this week in honor of the reveal. I'd owned it for years and never combined it. And yeah, really impressive set. Like, it looks great on your shelf. It can hold up its gun on like the one we were just talking about, right? Even though this gun is enormous.
I would imagine
with their weapons.
I would imagine with their size advantage, it might help with better looking robot and beast modes. Monster mode.
Yes, because there's a bit of a size disparity, right? This is not MP scale, right? People complain about this because it's too small for MP scale. It was about the same size as Combiner Wars combiners, a little bit bigger. And now it's quite a bit bigger than the new combiners.
Yeah.
So it's not really going to go with your generations either. But gosh, is it a pretty Monstructor. If you want a Monstructor that looks anything like the IDW comics, this is your only bet.
Yep.
And not recommended because it's so rare and expensive. That's why I wouldn't recommend it. Now, the Dino King they made in the white and green colors, those affordable, and you can still get them for a reasonable price, and it's a worthwhile set to have if you want it. Plus, they made the shelves for the dinosaurs.
And with Zaldron's comment about this is only our second official Monstructor, third in all of Monstructors, it has a $90, $89.99 price point. This might be one of those figures you want to invest in because you might be paying a lot on the secondary market. And from the packaging, this looks like it's Gen Select, so that means it's not going to be limited to like Hasbro Pulse. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be Amazon, probably in your fan channel exclusive, or however they word it, where it's on BBTS, Entertainment Earth, everywhere, GameStop. So I think at first you're going to have no problems finding this guy, but don't sleep on it, is what I'm going to say. I know it probably doesn't look the most appealing aesthetically to your eyes, but even that DNA kit helps it. But I think at the same time, if you're like, you want to have all of, because this is technically G1, it's Pretenders, you're going to want this in your collection. And
Yeah.
I think I was looking at prices of the G1. You're looking at anywhere to $500, $400, $600.
Don't buy the G1 Monstructor. Like, that's my recommendation to you as a friend, because the G1 Monstructor, notice how 2 of them are gold, right? That is G1 gold plastic. You don't want to invest in this thing because it's going to break at some point. Gold plastic syndrome is real. Your figures will snap, and your $700 combiner set will suddenly become a like $200 4 parts set, and that's no good whatsoever. You don't want that.
Yep.
You want to go for these guys if you want it.
Speaking of the G1, here it is.
There it is. Thank you for showing off. It's not that far off, right? They did a good job.
Yeah.
I think as good as they could without actually making its own molds. One of our viewers just mentioned the shells for Dino King, the Dino shells, and they do exist from Fans Project. Fans Project made that same Monstructor that I just showed off, right? They made that in the Dino King colors. They did make the shells. They are very expensive to get the shells because, as Zeldron said, they ran into shipping issues and everything else, and it was just very expensive to make giant rubber shells.
Yeah.
So they're really expensive to get, but they do exist.
And then here's the individual modes. So
yeah, I actually had a couple of them growing up, and they were a lot of fun.
Let's see. Moving on to more official stuff. Now, we've been teased from Takara. We got teased at Toy Fair. Now we finally have some official images of the Transformers 1 Orion packs from Studio Series. Still don't know how this is being distributed. I have a feeling it might be like one of those, not evergreen, but remember what they did with the Studio Series 86 Bumblebee, where it was individually packed and was everywhere. I think they might be doing this with this.
The level
Orion.
A product?
Yeah.
What they call it?
That sounds about right. Yeah. Maybe they'll be packed together since they're both deluxe class, or maybe they'll be individually boxed. But so here's the Orion
Both.
pack.
What's the other one?
The other one? Devastation Bumblebee.
It's Bumble Guy. Yay. We never get Bumblebee toys.
I haven't seen one in a long time.
I know. It's rare. I'm going to have to get this one.
Yeah. I'll probably wait for clearance for this guy and put him next to my Devastation Prime.
It's probably worth it to wait for clearance. I mean, I'm going to get him right away. I like this better than the Studio Series 86. I thought the Studio Series 86 Bumblebee was hot garbage.
Yeah.
I think this is like lukewarm garbage, so it's a little better.
And as Zeldron mentions, Cikanan's favorite character. I was at Walmart today looking at clearance stuff, and I saw a $40 G2 Grimlock, and I was like,
nice.
It was still too high. I didn't want to pull
I think I would have gone for it because I want the Godzilla kit for it. I want a blue Godzilla.
Let's see, and some more official products.
Boy,
images.
oh boy.
So we saw the front of the package at Toy Fair, but we haven't really seen any like close-up images. And here is the USA soccer crossover with Transformers Breakaway.
Can I just say, if there's one sport the U.S. has trouble getting into, and I know that we just won the gold in the Olympics in both the men's and women's hockey and all that stuff, but we do well in the soccer in some places, but soccer in general in the U.S. is not really the best fit. Do it from another country probably, but they did it because we sell the most Transformers. So here we are, U.S. soccer.
Yeah, I don't think a puck is as eye appealing as a chrome soccer ball, but I'm sure you
I
could
would buy the
sauce
puck.
it up a little
It'd
bit.
be funny.
Yeah.
For some reason, the soccer ball isn't funny.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a retail price for this, so I wonder if it'll be right around the same price as those football helmets. Went there right around 25 to 30, depending on, like, didn't Wave 2 go up in
Probably.
price? So maybe that's what we'll look at. Let's see. So Yolo Park, Optimus Primal was in someone's hands, and they took images of it this week.
Looking good.
Yeah. You can kind of see it in his wrist gauntlet, but those are spring-loaded, and they do pop up. They do a push button that pops up. Along with his shoulder cannons. Those are spring-loaded, and they flip around as well. So we're getting some play features with YOLO Park. So this is I believe it's the AMK Pro. They're part of that Pro line.
Yeah.
And then you can tell he either has swappable face plates or head. I'm assuming face plates.
I feel like this is the most cartoon or animation accurate Primal we've ever seen.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Maybe it's almost idealized, though. Maybe it looks better than the animation, given 90s mainframe.
Yeah. Well, that's what I liked what Takara did. They put like this grain effect on the 8 pieces, so where it had that feel of the animation from Beast Wars. Where this one looks like if it was in cell shaded cartoon animation.
See, we got at least one other person who wants the hockey puck. Me and Jedi Ben.
Yeah.
We're in for the hockey puck, Hasbro. Just make us. They've already made a hockey puck toy once before. We got a bot, so just make a bigger bot.
Right. Let's see. And YOLO Park wasn't finished. They had a little video tease of their AMK Pro Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime.
Sorry, you said AM Cray and it made me laugh. Because you'd have to be AM Cray to buy these. Haha.
You would think I was drinking tonight as much as I'm slurring my speech.
But you wouldn't be, because actually the AMK Pro stuff isn't that expensive. I mean, it is. Like, $80 figures are a lot of money, but
right,
we're toy collectors.
Yeah, and I haven't handled one, but knowing that there's a little bit of die cast, they feel like they put more into these. I don't know if it'd be worth that, but it seems like they always go on sale too.
They do. Yeah, you can watch your wherever you like to buy figures from and try to get your YOLO Park stuff a little cheaper.
Yep. So next up, out of nowhere, like I have not seen any updates on this. Are you guys that bought this getting your HasLab anytime soon? Has there been any official email saying, "Hey guys, we didn't forget about you. You paid for it almost over a year ago"?
You know, I was starting to get like a little bit of that, like, it's not really FOMO because it's like I did miss out. It's like of missing out. I just had the mo. I was starting to get a little bit of that. Just thinking about, man, I skipped my first HasLab since Unicron. I could have bought it. I had the money. And then I saw these pictures and I was like, oh yeah, I skipped this for a reason. I remember.
Yeah. Chunky.
It makes one of my favorite combiners look worse. So I'm good.
Yeah, I kind of got that feeling too. Like, I mean, because I haven't backed the last 2 HasLabs. And then I saw these vehicle modes, and I'm like, I'm not missing out on anything.
I mean, like, they're mostly okay, but look at Kill Bison. Like, what happened there?
He is definitely a kill boxing.
Yeah, just a box. Just a box for no reason. The other 6, even Death Cobra, have alt modes that are at least, you can tell what they are.
Don't forget the only official Death Cobra.
That's the only official Death Cobra, but I have a better Death Cobra, so whatever. Factory Death Cobra's cooler.
That's a good question, Johnny Cock. That's what a lot of people are wanting as the next HasLab. Let's just finish out Victory and get us the Road Caesar combiner. I think
That'd
it's
be
too,
funny.
I think it's too small, especially with made to order now.
That'd be
I
funny
think-
if they did a road Caesar, just because that would make me want this. Because I would want the Lyo Kaiser that went with it better.
Yeah.
Because I do want a road Caesar. I've wanted a road Caesar forever. It is one of my favorite combiner designs. The only one out there is the TFC, and it's so expensive now. TFC was another old third party from the Fans Project days.
I'm surprised. You know, a lot of these third party companies are well, I'm not going to say a lot, but some of them are doing obscure stuff. Like even X Transbots is doing like season 3 Target Masters, and they did Run Amok and Runabout, but yet they went to the well of Devastator again. It's like they could have had the market if they would have done Road Caesar or Landcross or Lyo Kaiser, but I think a lot of people, like we were talking about this last night. You have all these Chinese factories. There's all the same factories, run all the same stuff. Everybody knows what everybody's running. So if they see Hasbro's doing Devastator, okay, Devastator's looking good in their focus groups. I don't know if they go that far into it, but I would imagine they see Hasbro's doing something, they're going to follow suit. And that's why we got Devastator Wars 2.0, 3.0, whatever one we're on, because another official Devastator was being produced.
Yep.
Let's see. Before moving on, I want to say hello, KJ Smith. Thanks for hopping in. And then I saw a couple other people hop in. Jurassic Jesse hopped in, and then Frank Doom said he was going to catch the replay. So thank you guys for hopping in. Next up, if you guys are paying attention throughout the week, throughout the weeks prior, all these More Than Meets the Eye releases that you might have missed pre-orders on, start going to Target, because next week they're in Targets now, but they are, gate locked, whatever they call it, to where you can't register locked, till you can't buy them till this weekend, which is what is usually on Sundays.
This weekend. Okay.
So if you missed that on that Hound pre-order, start checking your Targets, and hopefully maybe they'll go back online as well.
I'll let me know, because I pre-ordered one. I don't want it.
Right. Well, that's what was funny, not related, but Royal Guard sold out at a lot of places, the Cobra Royal Guard, and then people were finding cases of these at Target, and guess what? They just started repopulating back on BBTS and Hasbro Pulse. So that's all for official toy news. So we're moving on to third party. And first up, no DNA this week. We have had back-to-back reveals of DNA designs and nothing this week. I was kind of surprised. But we did get a little reveal from, I think they're called Big Mac Toys. Big Mac Toy. So they're working on I would guess you would consider it a generation scale, because it's about the same height as the G1 Fort Max. It looks like a traditional, we've not seen the face because they've blurred the faces every time. But in city mode, it looks like the G1 city mode, as opposed to a human, whatever, anamorphic robot doing the splits, and then his chest being the center of the city. It actually looks like the city mode. And it looks like they're teasing some of the headmasters, or at least Cerebros' headmaster.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they're going for the Spike as the headmaster idea. So that's fun.
Yep. And while we're talking about small things, Anna, are you a little bit excited from DX9 here?
I don't know what to do now. I had just kind of settled in on the fact that I would just have the fans hobby. Sorry, all the fans project, fans toys, fans hobby. Ugh, so many fans. I just thought the fans hobby were going to be my only Super God Master Force forever. Now we have more Japanese G1 coming from DX9 Many.
Yeah. And we're doing Bumblebee movie stuff. What is it? It's not oh god, I can't remember her name now.
Dropkick or
No, Dropkick was the
Dropkick and
helicopter.
Shatter.
Shatter. Yep. Shatter was the jet. So it looks like they're doing mini versions or legend scale. This is legend scale stuff. They're calling it DX9 Mini. But this is one of those projects that we kind of teased at the end of the year where they're working with Magic Square on doing some of this legend stuff.
And just like for my sanity, that was Star Saber, right?
Yes, that's Star Saber.
So Star Saber because otherwise they were doing Super Gun Master Force.
Yeah. Well, that's what this is.
Right. Because they showed off Buster and Hydra. And this was a figure. A few weeks ago, I was like, I guess I finally need to give up on them doing their Jinrai. Because their Jinrai's pictures came out in 24.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I seriously thought this was a lost figure at this point. But there it is.
Yep.
Getting ready to ship. I'm going to have to get this here thing because I love me some Jinrai.
It makes you think if they had issues in production and had to call up Magic Square.
They might have, yeah. Because it actually looks better than it did in its shots that we got before. Like that little Jinrai cab, like that looks really good. So it looks better than the MPG. The MPG is kind of...
And to some of you guys in the United States that don't know who Jinrai is, it is Power Master Optimus Prime for some of us stateside who haven't watched the Super God Master Force stuff.
You have watched Super God Master Force.
Oh, I know.
You.
You didn't make me. I did it willingly. So yeah, I can tell you're pretty excited about this stuff.
I am. I love Super God Master Force. It's my favorite Transformers series.
Yep.
And these characters don't get the best toys, right? Because MPG Jinrai is okay. God Bomber is really good, but Jinrai is okay.
Yeah.
It's got its problems.
I just saw in the private chat, I guess the chat is acting up again where it is delayed and then we get a big dump. I heard them talking about it earlier on Zakanan's show on Rumble and Ranting, so it seems like a Monday thing. But all right, moving on. We'll try to catch up and highlight chats as they do filter in. Probably the bad side of small things. This one was another thing we've been waiting on an update for almost a year.
I feel like I still need to handle these. Like, I've watched a few reviews and I've seen people complain about them, but they are made to scale with and be modular with these, right? They are made to go with the what do you call the little guys? Thank you. The little guys. They are supposed to go with them. So it's really cool to have them. But the first two, the leggies, kind of got bad reviews, right? They kind of got compared to like 3D print jobs. As far as being loose and kind of iffy. And Headstrong is still orange, and that's still really confusing.
Yeah. It's Tantrum's the bull, right?
Yeah, Tantrum's the right colors. Tantrum's normal. Headstrong is based on the colors from the Dreamwave cast of characters books they did. For some reason, he was orange there.
Well, it's funny you mentioned how it's loose. Look how in some of the pictures, like the bull legs are not like squared off, and then the same thing with the rhino, like legs in the picture on the left hand side, like it's like they've come loose.
It's entirely possible, unfortunately. I still feel like I need to handle these guys, but I'm not really in the mindset where I want to just waste. It's only like $25 for the two of them, but I still haven't really wanted to waste that much money on something that I know I'm gonna hate.
And I think Show Z clearance this 2-pack down.
They did. Yeah, they didn't clearance by a lot. They reduced to like $21, but they did clearance down a little bit.
And I wonder if the next pack is just the remaining 3, Razor Claw, Dive Bomb, and Rampage. And
that's true. I always get my head crossed and think this is a 6-person team.
Yeah.
But it's only 5, so yeah. They could just finish it off and be done with it. Now, it would be interesting if they bring out the next 3 and they're like good quality. Yeah. And then they have to reproduce the first 2 to make them catch up. But they'll probably just all kind of mediocre.
You know, at the same time I'm looking at this, I can't see in those individual robot mode where the hips and thighs are. It makes me wonder if there's a filler piece.
I feel like there almost has to be, right?
Yeah.
Is Razor Claw small?
Yeah, because he's not that much bigger.
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, maybe. Let's see. Do we have more pictures?
Yeah.
Hmm.
He looks pretty small.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still want to play with them. I really do, just because I really do like the 4-class combiner that we got.
Yeah. Well, I know when these came out, they teased the Devastator as well. They were part of the Devastator wars, and we haven't seen anything on that. I think they might.
Oh yeah, because they were basically saying they were going to do a bunch, right? They were like, we're going to do a bunch of different combiners in the scale, and then they put out 2 figures that disappointed everyone. They kind of got quiet.
Yep. Yeah. I'm sure it didn't help word of mouth on how bad these first 2 were. So next up, we saw images of the 01 Studios broadside, but not as good as these images. Most of these are all these are all robot modes, but this is him compared to the Masterpiece Jetfire. He is a big boy.
Isn't that so cool? Like, it's a broadside that feels like he's as big as he should be. That is so fun.
That's a Masterpiece. That's Fans Toys Ironhide and Fans Toys Ultra Magnus. And that Ultra Magnus isn't small either. And he is almost twice the size.
It's a big old toy. And it looks like it's not that complicated. So it'll probably be like a reasonably comfortable toy to play with. And personally, I think he's too small for MP scale. And then he'll look better with he would look better with Legends. He's an aircraft carrier. He's really big.
I would say even people that collect Generation stuff from Hasbro should throw this in.
I mean, imagine that you put your you had some Dr. Wu or Galaxy Toys, right? You fill this thing with Galaxy Toys jets.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be neat?
Yeah.
Not that you'll have it sitting around in its aircraft carrier mode very often, but when you did, have the little jets on them, that'd be so fun.
And hopefully Toy Hacks makes a kit to where you can make it look like a certain aircraft carrier that a lot of people are fans of, because they did that with the Titans Return toy, I believe.
Oh yeah.
You can make it the USS Flag.
Oh, I thought you meant a Battleship reference.
No.
Battleship the movie.
Yeah, that blockbuster from the
well-known Hasbro property.
Yeah. I think that almost killed Hasbro movies.
I think it might have. Yeah, that looks so good. I'm really excited for this one. I'm not an MP collector at all. And I don't usually do super expensive stuff, but this is something that's really fun. Not even a character I care about. Who cares about Broadside? But oh well, I want that.
And Zakanin, I didn't hate it either. I rewatched it recently, and it was fun. It was a fun movie.
That's good.
And then here is another good comparison. All of them side by side.
So silly.
It definitely will be impressive to add to your collection.
We haven't seen the alt modes in a while, right?
I haven't seen them at all. They've never showed the alt modes off. I think at TFCon, that's all we saw was gray CAD images of the robot mode.
I hope we don't get a reverse Astro Train with him.
Oh, you're talking about that Studio Series Astro Train?
Uh-huh.
The Snow Train?
Yeah, Snow
Train.
Train.
At least in shuttle mode. All right, moving on. Here is Dreamstar Toys. I have not heard anything about this Devastator. I've got comments from people that they're excited to finish it. That's about it. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. But I think this is their last piece, maybe. So here is a Scavenger, other than Prow. So there is supposed to be a Prow that is compatible with this. So yeah, here is him in robot mode, and then here he is in excavator mode and arm mode. So I think I saw this guy shipping in April, so still we got a little bit of ways before it's actually going to be in people's hands. And you know, part of the delay is Chinese New Year, right?
This is something I'm going to enjoy looking at in the cabinets at TF Cons.
Yeah.
When the sellers put it up in the cabinets for me to see, I'll enjoy that. It's the only way I'm going to get to see it, but it'll look pretty.
And then one of the last little updates we got this week. This is Magnificent Mecha. This is their masterpiece scale, 2007. This is transforming. It doesn't look like it in robot mode. Optimus Prime. And they're doing two, so I guess there was some slight variations between movie 1 and movie 2 Optimus Prime, and they're doing both. So it kind of makes me wonder.
And a lot of stress relief to transform this thing.
Yeah, I had was it Bad Apple oversized NPM Optimus Prime, and that thing was a challenge to transform.
I bet.
But I'm wondering if they're doing a Revenge of the Fallen version, if this could be compatible if they did a Jetfire.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah. Thanks for hopping in, Smudge. I'm glad you got your groove back this weekend. So that is all for the news. So that leads us into our book report of the evening. Did everybody in the chat, did you guys read issues 5 and 6 of Transformers this week? I know I read it 2 or 3 times.
Gotta get your pictures.
So let's get into it. As we were seeing in the first issue of Transformers, the comparison of PTSD between Sparkplug and Optimus Prime, and we kind of went back there at the beginning of this book.
Yeah, it's nice to see them getting this, like, I don't know, connection. It's humanizing Optimus more than anything else, right? Because I don't know how many people are really going to get invested in Sparky as a character, but
I'm just laughing at Stu's comment. He said, "Yes, teacher."
See, I'm more used to the message. As a professor, I'm more used to the message from Johnny of "I didn't read the assignment." That's what I hear more often.
Yeah, it was kind of like an interesting conversation that, you know, they were comparing their experiences in war here, and then Sparkplug was like, "You've been through it for I think he said thousands or millions of years, but to where, you know, he can't fathom what Optimus has been through." So it's kind of cool to see them. Just because they're different, they're the same, you know?
Yeah, no, it's nice to get that relation between them.
Yep.
Not that that's going to go anywhere.
Right. Well, they're going to get a close connection. And then we just run back into that son of a bitch Starscream, and he loves to kick animals.
He's kicking kitties, and he's sacrificing people to build machines.
Yep.
He's telling lies. He's telling Thundercracker the Autobots did that to Skywarp.
Yeah.
He's just causing so much crap. What a monster, Starscream. This, I think, is probably the most evil Starscream we have ever had in a Transformers run.
Yeah. It's like I don't want to talk too much about somebody else that we're going to be reading about soon. But it's like the same voice actor in G1 voiced both of these guys, and they were kind of buffoons. And Skybound has flipped that script 180. These guys are not buffoons.
And it's funny because they were some of my favorite characters because of the buffoonery. And now because they're so like gross evil, they're some of my least favorite characters.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really what I'm looking for in my entertainment, but at least they're someone you can dislike.
Yeah. And it's funny, you know, they're like Starscream and Thundercracker and Rumble. Frenzy?
Yeah, I think they use the cartoon names here, so it's Frenzy.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Frenzy, Reflector. So they're rallying the troops, and Reflector's ready to get in there and fight some Autobots.
He's excited.
Yeah, he's
character.
ready. He's ready to go.
Important. And new leader of the Decepticons.
Yeah. So we are reunited with the Autobots, and this is has anybody read the Marvel comics from the 80s? Because we're reading it in book club, and there is a lot of comparisons here from that first 4 issues.
The
where
first 6 of Energon Universe Transformers is very similar to the first 4 of Marvel.
Yep.
Very amusing. They did that.
Yep. So Sparkplug has helped the Autobots create a generator that will convert our energy into Energon, and it's time to rebuild the troops.
Yep. RC goes first.
Yep. And as soon as she's online, she is saving the day. She is saving Ratchet's behind.
I have to say, as someone who's been hating depictions of RC my entire life, this RC so far has actually gotten a good depiction. She is competent. She is strong.
Yep.
Renner should be one of the best depictions of RC since Prime.
Yeah. You got a point. Yeah. Well, as she gets into action, we see what the cause of the explosion was. Our pesky Decepticons coming in and just raining in on the Autobots, and we got Reflector here. Just he's gung ho. He is ready to fight some Autobots.
He made up his own term.
Yeah.
And
as we continue from the other issues, they completely. He kind of actually doesn't disassemble or whatever, deassemble to go into robot mode, but yeah, Stu. Oh, Shogun Omega, thank you for hopping in. I thought you was referring to Reflector is piecing out.
He got pieced out for sure.
Yeah. He got a face full of Megatron's fusion cannon.
Yeah, and these comics are a little inconsistent with what means dead.
Right.
And we'll get back to that in about 20 issues when the writers finally address that problem. But I think what happens to Reflector here means dead.
Yeah.
Kind of looks disintegrated.
And then you got Frenzy up there in a little bit. He's got an O face, like he can't believe what just happened. And then he meets the dam with his face.
Yeah, because if you notice that picture of his face, there's a second face in that picture. It's half of Reflector's above his hand, flying past them.
Oh yeah. I see that.
Yeah. Again, imagine them as people, and then reimagine these scenes.
This is where the PTSD is coming from, but oh jeez.
Horror.
And so we're moving on. Carly is hell-bent on, she wants to avenge her father, and she is ready to go help the Autobots. And well, she just has like a little sidearm. Is no match for Thundercracker's pew-pews.
You know, I would really like to see a toy of RC that turns into that car, because RC's always been stuck as that future car that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
She actually has a real car mode here.
Yep. And it's like they always, like, at least in Hasbro, they always make her a shell former. So why not do a car like this?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? I'd take it. I'd be excited for it.
Yeah,
That's
I was
fine.
thinking.
European sideswipe.
I was thinking the same thing. She has a little Lambo feel to her from that image. She could be a Lambo sister.
That'd be great. I'd be in for it.
And then what it appears, you know, I think Starscream and Optimus kind of go back and forth a little bit about him not deserving that fusion cannon, and he gives Starscream a piece of it. And they hold off the Decepticons. Decepticons retreat, and Prime's ready to go on the offensive.
It's his thing in this continuity.
Yeah. And we end up back at the Ark. And Carly sneaks in with a little bit of help from Cliffjumper.
Probably not the best idea, Cliffjumper, but, you know,
Right.
They're building a relationship. We're getting a human transformer relationship that's not Bumblebee and Spike. So,
Yep.
It's exciting.
And as Zakanan just mentioned, heavy metal. Caps, huge letters. Looks like our Autobots fell for a trap.
Yeah, they're getting devastated.
It has a little bit of feel of Devastator's merge in the Revenge of the Fallen movie, where they're almost doing frame by frame and he's building himself a little bit. But yeah, it looks like Sky Warp 1 helped bring Devastator or the Constructicons back. And that's how we end issue 5.
Wouldn't I love that little... See, I just want to show you. Here's my version of that page, right? No to be continued.
Yeah, it just goes right back. It goes right into
right into the next one on the next page.
That makes it easier to keep reading and harder to just like stay within our confines, you know?
It is. I just want to read this whole book and be done with it.
What does that go through? The first 12 issues?
12. Yep. Let's do 12. Unfortunately, the next hardcover doesn't come out for a long time still, like June.
Okay.
But anywho, Devastator's here.
And now we are on issue 6.
And we can see our small friends are making bad decisions because they think they should definitely sneak into the middle of a giant fight.
Yep. And that doesn't work. Well, we'll see how that works out. But Prime kind of gets the crap beat out of him by Devastator, as one should. Is him taking on Devastator, and Devastator kind of pulled the old Hulk from Avengers to Loki.
Yeah, this isn't something we normally see in Transformers. We usually see combiners fighting each other.
Yeah.
We don't usually see a random Autobot, one heroic Autobot fighting a combiner, but Optimus is battling him by himself.
Yep. And then Ratchet sacrifices his leg.
Yep, lots of dismemberment.
Yep. And then have any of you seen the 86 movie? I know Zakanan hasn't, so he won't 100% get some of these references. But we have Optimus laying here, mortal wounds, not going to survive. And it's eerily similar to how he's laying in the 86 movie and how he drops the Matrix. But in the movie, Hot Rod catches the Matrix before it hits the ground. Here, a little bit different story.
Nobody does.
Yep.
The scene had me rolling my eyes until I got to the next page, and I was like, wait, what?
So, as you guys can see, Sparkplug it looks like he gets a vision or sees something looking into the Matrix and steps in. And I guess the Matrix is fueled by human souls.
Yeah, so what in the world does this mean for the nature of the Matrix? Who knows?
Yeah. This one caught me off guard when I read this the first time. But I accepted it, kept reading on. And Sparkplug's soul just recharged the Matrix and recharged Optimus Prime. And now he's kicking the shit out of Devastator, ripping his finger off.
Yeah, Optimus is into pull my finger jokes.
Yeah. And you know the song.
You know the song, there's an all yeah behind Optimus in the frame before. There's all yeah, and then you know the song. Yeah, we're getting really ridiculous with the sound effects.
Does anybody in the chat know what song they're talking about? Zakaden won't because he's never seen the movie, the 86 movie.
Deltar's pretty sure it's Weird Al.
It's Weird Al. Dare to be stupid.
Pretty sure, yeah.
All right, I can take that.
I think it's pretty stupid to fight Devastator by yourself, Optimus.
Yeah,
So,
but I guess he does have the touch, and sometimes he has the power. Couldn't help myself.
can't roll my eyes hard enough.
They'll fall out. So this isn't an exact order of the book. I want to rearrange things because there was a lot of back and forth. Optimus kind of teases, Devastator to follow him, but there's a reason why, because there's a cliff. But then you catch up with Carly, Cliff Jumper, and Starscream. And like I said, this was kind of bouncing back and forth throughout all this. So there was a little bit of back and forth between Carly, Cliff Jumper, and Starscream. And you can kind of see, they kind of they one up Starscream, then Starscream one ups them, and then he's got Carly, and he's about to either crush her or throw her off the ledge, and then here we have Devastator knocking him. Yeah. And it's kind of hard to see because all the colors, it's all like green hues, but Starscream right there is getting crushed under Devastator's, under his head.
Yes. Now, in case anyone's forgotten, last week, Cliff Jumper and Carly really related about Starscream killing their families.
Yeah.
And now, Cliff Jumper got the opportunity to shoot Starscream while he was down and just couldn't do it because he's not a killer. And Carly's not a forgiver.
Yeah. She handles grief a little bit differently.
Handles grief in a very revenge-laden way.
Yep. And Cliff Jumper saves Carly before she falls to her death, and Starscream and the Constructicons transform and roll out.
Starscream in a dump truck where he belongs.
Yep. And then not all the Decepticons tuck-tailing left. There was one that kind of stuck around a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like up till now, and even here, they're really trying to suggest that Soundwave might be the voice of reason of leading the Decepticon cause.
Yeah.
I feel like here they're kind of like, no, we're not doing that. But that did happen at one point in the AEW run.
Yep. Well, and I mean, there is tension between him and Starscream.
Yes.
And Soundwave is taking a lot of abuse from Starscream.
Really is.
But Soundwave tries to sucker punch Prime. Prime catches it because he's still powered up from that human soul. And Thundercracker saves the day.
Now, luckily, next week we get to see the continuation of what's happening between Soundwave and Starscream, right? Right?
Where's my dad?
You had to bring in the depression.
Yeah, so as Anna's trying to say, next week we are moving into the G.I. Joe world of
We're
things.
just throwing this book out the window and we're moving over to G.I. Joe.
So we get you teased on Transformers, a good little arc of action, wrestling, dismemberment, restored life, and now we are going to see what's going on with Duke after seeing Starscream squeeze his wingman super tight. And as I mentioned, we don't have a buffoon cover commander this go around.
Hope everyone enjoyed Optimus Prime Soul Reaver.
Yes, Johnny Cock. Next week they kiss.
If only.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to break some. You have to break some plastic.
Ooh, new stuff. Is that all of Duke and?
This is all Duke and Cover Commander.
So they put that in one hardcover.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it's 10 issues together between the two of them, and then they did Destro and Scarlet together in the other hardcover.
So yeah, if anybody needs the reading order, I can share it again in the chat. Because now we're going to be jumping around more than what we were before. I think I was looking ahead. We're doing like Duke Cobra Commander, and then I think we go into Void Rivals, and then one or two Transformers. It's a lot. It's a lot of bouncing around. So yeah, I forget the name of that site, but like I said, I can put the link in the chat, and then if anybody else that's just started or been reading with us, kind of to get an idea of the reading order.
Yeah, and good options if you need to obtain the books. Collecticon is usually selling the issues. He often has back issues, not the premium covers, but he'll have back issues to sell for a lot of these if you check him out. And then also these hardcovers, if you're interested in them, you can either find them used for a pretty good price, or you can often find them on sale in various places. I think I got this for half cover price for the G.I. Joe. I think I spent like a whole $15 on this used copy of the Transformers book, but it's got a pretty bad spot on the spine right here. Let's get a rip there, so that might matter to some people, but you can find these used. Where's my rip? I can't see it now. There's a little rip there, but it's harder to see. Anyway, you can find these used for pretty good deals.
Also, if anybody's into digital comics and doesn't mind spending money on the evil empire that is Amazon, most of these books are $1.75 a piece.
Yep.
So decent prices to get caught up. That's what I've been doing because that's how I started.
Or your local comic store probably also has the soft covers, which collect 6 issues each for about $16, which is still a good price.
Yep. But yeah, that's all for this week's news, topics, slides, comics. It was kind of nice rounding this out, not being here 10 hours like we was last week. It's like I don't mind talking to you guys at the same time, but we got to get some sleep sometime, right?
Last week, Caleb, we had so much news, right? A billion newses.
Yep.
What stuck with you? What do you still care about from last week? Like, what do you remember covering and you're still excited?
Oh my gosh.
About a whole week later. So we go through so much news. What actually sticks?
I don't think any of it really stuck.
All right.
I mean, the big thing is still what we saw more this week, and that was that broadside.
Yeah, for real. That is cool.
Yeah. But it's like I don't want to dump on Hasbro all the time, but I thought that stuff was boring.
Poor Hasbro.
And disappointing. I was really disappointed with Astro Train. So there's more negative stuff that sticks to me than the positive stuff. And like I said, I don't want to be that way, but when you have Easy Target on your back.
True.
So, but I'm happy for anybody that doesn't have those molds. I think that helps out a lot because some of those were hitting really high secondary prices. So
they were.
I think there's a need for it sometimes. Just not 3 of them in one wave or however many it was. It was it doesn't help out people like Zaldron who have been in the game for a while and still want holes filled.
It doesn't. Well, I'm going to say two things stuck with me from last week. One is Magic Square. Please hurry up and get me color pictures of the Computron you got coming. I'm really excited for it. Going to go with my calculation key and make a beautiful display of math robots. And then I also have noticed that the overgear prices have gone down since last week. They were originally priced about $15 higher because Pulse got theirs up, and then all the other US retailers updated theirs to be a little bit lower.
Okay, well that's good.
The EVA Prime's price went up though, unfortunately.
I wonder if that'll be difficult to find just because of the crossover and how good it looks.
I bet that one is probably going to be pretty high in demand later. Right now it's still available, so I still recommend it because it looks really cool.
And I saw No Chewing just hopped in. Thanks for hopping in. Appreciate you. So did you pre-order any of that stuff? Wait, did it go up yet? Oh, wait, yeah, it went up Friday, right? Was it Friday?
Up, and a lot of it, like, got price adjusted after Pulse put theirs up. Like I said, the Overgear went down and the EVA Prime went up, and I think everybody else stayed the same. No, I think the Grimlock went down a little bit too. I think it's down to 125.
Okay.
Still quite a bit for a Missing Link figure. No, not yet, but I think I'm in on the EVA Prime. I don't know about anything else.
Right. Because you're going with Toy Deco Grimlock, right?
I'm going with Toy Deco Grimlock for sure. I think I decided to be out on the Toon Deco Missing Link just because, I don't know, you gotta kind of pick your battles, right? You're gonna get a Toon Deco on either your Masterpiece or your Studio Series 86 stuff, so you might as well make the toys the toys.
That, and you're not gonna get like relaxation time because it feels like that was boom boom on those reveals, and it's probably gonna be boom boom on your wallet when they release.
Nice, it's really cool, Zelgon, that you pre-ordered Blackout.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to show it to me when you get it, because I'm not doing Blackout, I don't think. I'm really hoping they release in some funner colors later. Dark Gray wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah, like I had mentioned previously, I need some more colors on those things. To see them, or more in-hand images, really.
The Ironhide I might actually be in for, because I do feel like it's pulling off Style Gen Ironhide for me.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. I really do like the Style Gen stuff. I've actually been thinking about giving it and getting that MPG, Style Gen, Prime, Convoy, whatever.
Did you check Collecticon Toys?
Maybe I should. Maybe I should.
Shameless plug. Well, Anna, are you ready to wrap this up and call it a night?
So.
Do you got anything you'd like to shout out before we go?
After our 16-hour show last week, I think it's okay to finish at 1.5. I took a lot of pictures of my Monstructor that I might put on my Instagram. Ooh. We'll see if it happens.
Turn you into a social icon here for Transformers.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to try, everyone. I'm going to try to put them up. I'm just not good at it.
So Kanan put your IG in the chat, so give a follow. Get some get the skinny on Monstructor.
It's our mutual love of Bumblebee. That's why Kanan's helping me out. Thank you.
Yeah, I caught that, a little bit of that. But you can find me everywhere. If it's a social media, I have it. It's all at Talib1980_collects. Posting news daily. Transformers news, some action figure stuff, third-party Transformers, and then all that goes into a live pre-record, which will air in about an hour. Is it 1? I think it goes up 1 a.m. every Tuesday. It's going to be a short one this week because there wasn't a lot of news because of last week. But yeah, if you could go check that out. 2 reviews a week. This Tuesday is every Tuesday and every Friday 1:30 p.m. Eastern the review goes up. This Tuesday will be the Blockies Classic Class Mirage because I built that last Thursday, which leads me into my next project. Every Thursdays, doing a live stream. Right now, building blockies because I have I have 3 right now in the queue, but I have 2 Defender waves coming and then a Bruticus to finish. So Thursdays are going to be that, but I'm going to it'll be ever evolving. There will be other things going on Thursday. Maybe interview some people, maybe show kind of behind the scenes, just BSing about toys or just BSing about stuff in general. So that's Thursday at 10:15 p.m. Eastern. And then last thing on my channel is Saturday evenings is Men on Films, where me and the boys get together. Me, Stu for Lunch, Abby from Figure Fight Club, Lou from Figure Fight Club, Smudge Customs, and Creative Primitive. We get together and talk movies on the topic. Last week, we had Ayo Frankie on, and we celebrated Black History Month and did our favorite movies with predominantly black casts and or leads. Go check that out. It was a fun stream. Anytime Frankie's around, it's a good time. So check that out. I don't know what we're going to do this week. Still pending. And then last but not least, we are on Figure Fight Club Network channel, whatever you want to call it. Every Mondays, Decepticast at 10:15 p.m. Come join me and Anna where we talk Transformer toys, Transformer news, topics. Sometimes we complain, sometimes we praise, and we're doing Energon. And then Tuesdays, open mic night. Come join us. Anybody can hop in. The link for StreamYard will be in the chat. Up to 10 can come in, talk toys, show and tell, or whatever we're talking about. That starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then last is Friday show, the Plastic Journey. Oh, God, please. I hope I didn't screw that up because I've been talking so much. But that starts at 9 p.m. I think Abby has a video of who's next week because he showed it last Friday. So, Abby, roll it.
Yeah. Listen, never pain this. Won't never crisis. You about it live.
Ooh, so that'll be a fun show. Oh, one last thing. You might see me somewhere Wednesday nights. I got a gig that I'm helping out with. But that's all we got for this evening. I'll thank you, Anna. Thank you, chat. Let's see if we can do a roll call. Zakanan, Johnny Cox, Stu for Lunch, Zaldron, No Chewing, Jedi Ben. I'm scrolling through. I hope I don't miss anybody. I saw HGC earlier. Shogun Omega, he had to leave early, but thanks for coming in. Frank Doom, he's going to catch the replay. Smudge Customs popped in for a little bit. Lord of Brooklyn even came in. We were talking crap about Hasbro and talking third party, and he was letting us know about Hasbro. Still not allowed in the booth, I know. But if I missed anybody, I apologize. But thank you all. We'll see you next week. Take care and good night.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just to see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.